Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you how to use hooks inside of our Elements module. First thing you'll want to do is activate the Elements module. Once it's activated, you'll see we have a link up here, and we also have a link in our admin menu on the left to go to the Elements page. Once we're in here, you'll want to add a new element, and in this video we're doing a hook, so we'll choose hook as our type. So as just a basic example here, maybe we'll do analytics. This is where you would copy the code they give you, whether it be from Google or any sort of analytic company. So it's usually a script like that, and it would probably do something. The next thing we want to do is set our hook. So you'll see we have quite a few hooks here. It's every single hook inside of GeneratePress and GP Premium. You can also set a custom hook. So if there's a hook in there that we don't have listed, whether it be from a custom plugin or maybe even a custom hook you've added, you can add that hook into this field here. In this case, we're doing analytics, so we want WP head. In some cases, it might be WP footer if they ask you to load it at the end of your code, but usually it's WP head. If we needed to execute shortcodes, we could. If we needed to execute PHP, we could. And then priority chooses where in the code this will show up. So say we added this hook into WP head, and then we went back, we added a fresh hook, and we wanted it to show up after this one, we would give it a higher priority. So now that we've had that, we have WP head set, we have our script, we can go into display rules here. So here is where we can choose where our script shows up. In most cases, if we're doing analytics, we want it to show up in the entire site. Now, we could, for example, make it show up in the entire site, but maybe we don't want it to show up on a specific page. So we would choose page. We'd come over here and we would choose maybe our cart. We don't want the analytics to show up on our cart. Maybe we have something custom going on there. Internal notes, this is just for us. So it can serve as kind of a reminder of why we added this hook, why we did what we did. This is completely internal. It's not going to show up on the front end of your website. So now that we have our scripts and we have our hook set and we have our display rules set, we can publish this and it's going to insert this code into our website. So that's the analytics part of it. Now maybe let's go ahead and create a new element here. We'll add a new hook. Let's call it before content. So let's say maybe we have an ad or we have a special message. So let's just say message, and that's a message. Now we want it to show up before our content. So we can type content in here and we have before content. There we go. No shortcodes, no PHP. We'll keep a priority of 10. Now, maybe we only want this to show up on our About page. And maybe we only want it to show up for users that are logged in. We can use display rules to do that and hit publish. And then if we go to our About page, we have a message here. Now, if we log out, that message will no longer show. Now, of course, you can do it the other way around. Maybe you want to show it only to logged out users. Maybe you want to show it to only specific roles within your website. So as you can see, display rules are actually super powerful. We can choose to show this message before the content inside of a post category. So say we want it to show up to all posts that are inside of the Jetpack post category. We can do that. We can also make it so this message shows up on the post category archive, either all categories or a specific category. So we have tons of conditions here that we can choose. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, there's not a lot of limit to what you can do here. For the execute PHP, this can be turned off. It will be turned off automatically if the WordPress file editor is turned off. So sometimes a security plugin you have might turn off the editor by default. If that's the case, Execute PHP will also be turned off, because if you don't want the editor, chances are you don't want to be able to execute PHP inside of hooks either. Aside from that, everything's pretty straightforward. Of course, if you ever have any questions, feel free to come into our forum. We're always happy to help.